Hi, today I'm going to explain a sci-fi action movie called Venom: The Last Dance. Spoilers ahead. So this movie starts by showing Noel, who has been imprisoned on a planet named Clintar. It's told that everyone on this planet is his children. These creatures are called symbiotes, all subject to Noel's rule and his oppression. When Noel's oppression intensified, the symbiotes had enough. They came together, made a plan, and imprisoned their own king. But now Noel wants to break free from this captivity, and for that he needs something called a codex, created by the symbiote, now residing on Earth within Eddie's body like a parasite. But Noel? He's determined to free himself from his prison at any cost and get his hands on the codex. So he sends enormous creatures called xenophage throughout the universe, with one task, to track down the codex and bring it back. But it's not that simple. Xenophage can only track the codex once the Venom symbiote has fully taken control of Eddie's body. Then, cut to Eddie, who's sitting outside, talking to a bartender when, suddenly, a portal opens behind him. It pulls him in, and before he knows it, he's in another universe, this one also on Earth. And here's the twist. The whole world is searching for Eddie and his Venom symbiote. Eddie and Venom decide to head to New York, planning to blackmail a certain man who can help them escape this mess. But before they can leave, they see people capturing innocent dogs. These poor animals are about to be thrown into a brutal fighting competition. Their lives are in danger. So Eddie and Venom can't just walk away. They dive into a fight with these goons. For the Venom symbiote, humans are no match. He quickly overpowers them, and then, as the fight ends, he eats their heads. Afterward, Eddie and Venom free the dogs from the goons' clutches and set out for New York. But on the way, Venom is slowly, insidiously taking more control over Eddie's body. Meanwhile, a xenophage hunting for the codex arrives right behind Eddie, but doesn't detect any codex signs, so it leaves. And now, we jump to Area 51, an underground facility. Inside, there's Dr. Teddy, a scientist who has captured several symbiotes that came here with Venom. She's working with a soldier, Rex, who's studying the symbiotes. Rex wants to know why they're here, what they want from Earth. Dr. Teddy tells him about these symbiotes. They live like parasites with other beings. She's trying to find a creature that symbiotes can bond with peacefully, but so far, she's failed. Suddenly, Dr. Teddy receives news that a man has been found who already has a strong bond with a symbiote. This man isn't cooperating with them and refuses to give much information. It seems the man isn't talking about the symbiotes, because the symbiote he once bonded with left him alone to die. Dr. Teddy decides to give this man another symbiote to sync with, to build a connection. She explains that all these symbiotes are children of a creature called Noel, and Noel, out of sheer cruelty, had once planned to kill every symbiote. But the symbiotes rebelled. They imprisoned Noel and gained their freedom. Now Noel, he's desperate to escape his prison, and for that, he needs the codex. It's supposed that this codex is the key to his imprisonment, created by a symbiote. But of all the symbiotes I have here, none of them possess the codex. And to retrieve it, Noel has sent an army of xenophages to Earth. Now we learn that the codex is with Venom and Eddie. The scene shifts to them, and while they're traveling, the Venom symbiote fully takes control of Eddie's body. And just then, a xenophage tracks them. As it closes in to retrieve the codex, we're hit with a powerful shot in the movie. Venom and Eddie face off with xenophage on top of a plane. Their fight, it doesn't last long, because xenophage gets caught in the plane's engine, killing it. But there's an upside to this. Venom has become clever. He realizes that when he fully controls Eddie's body, xenophages can track them. So now, Venom begins to avoid taking full control, and he tells Eddie this. As soon as he does, he throws Eddie from the plane and morphs into a parachute to save him. Eddie, utterly confused, doesn't know much about what the creature wanted. Venom explains it was xenophage, sent by Noel to take the codex, the key to his imprisonment. Eddie is puzzled. When did I make the codex? The Venom symbiote reveals it was created when Eddie died, and Venom brought him back to life, merging their life forces into one. This combined power is the codex, the key Noel needs to break free. But, Venom warns, if either of them dies, the codex will be destroyed. While wandering in the desert, they spot a horse, and Venom bonds with it, making it sprint like the wind. Meanwhile, back at the research center, Rex doubts Patrick's words, believing the symbiotes came to conquer Earth. But Dr. Teddy, she thinks Patrick's symbiote might actually be telling the truth. Soon, Rex learns Eddie's location, takes his commandos, and moves to capture him, attacking with ultrasonic guns. To evade the soldiers, Venom first separates from Eddie, diving into the river, trying to escape by swimming. During the chaos, Eddie kills a commando in self-defense. But when Eddie is about to fall off a waterfall, Venom quickly rejoins him to save him just in time. As soon as Eddie and Venom rejoin, the Codex is activated, and just like that, Xenophage tracks them. When the creature attacks, Venom gets caught up fighting off the commandos, giving Eddie and Venom just enough time to separate. The moment they split, Xenophage loses sight of the Codex and immediately leaves. Meanwhile, Rex urgently tells Dr. Teddy about the creature they encountered, and she rushes to Patrick, informing him that the monster he warned about has arrived, and it's already killed their people. Patrick's symbiote reveals its true form and warns her, Null only needs Venom, and once he has him, Null will destroy the human race along with them. But if either Venom or his host is killed, the Codex will automatically be destroyed. With that, Rex sets out to find and kill Eddie. While crossing a forest, Eddie encounters a hippie named Martin and his family. Martin, sympathizing, agrees to give Eddie a lift to Las Vegas. Once in Vegas, Martin even hands Eddie some cash, but the casino guard throws him out due to the dress code. Then, Venom knocks out a man and makes Eddie wear his tuxedo. The moment they enter, Venom forces Eddie to gamble. While playing, Eddie spots Mrs. Chen, and coincidentally, Rex finds out Eddie's at the Vegas casino too. Chen invites Eddie to her room and asks him to dance with her. Venom's heart skips a beat. Overwhelmed, he shifts to his true form and starts dancing with her. But just then, a Xenophage tracks their location, bursting into the room within seconds. Venom separates from Eddie to evade detection, and once again, Xenophage loses sight of the Codex and immediately leaves. At that moment, commandos storm in, capturing Venom and Eddie, bringing them back to the research center, and placing Venom alongside the other symbiotes. Meanwhile, Martin sneaks his family into Area 51, climbing up the watchtower for a closer look. Inside, Eddie meets Patrick and his symbiotes, who plead with him to destroy the Codex. Rex arrives, and without warning, shoots Eddie. In a flash, Venom, who'd been hiding inside Christmas's body, leaps out, re-enters Eddie, and in his true form, saves him again. Before they can even catch their breath, Xenophage suddenly appears and launches an attack. To buy time, Patrick and his symbiotes heroically sacrifice themselves. Then, all the symbiotes present choose hosts and charge at Xenophage, only for the beast to start killing them mercilessly. Eddie, now trying to escape, spots Martin and his family clambering up the watchtower. To save them, he transforms into his true form. As the tower collapses, Venom and two other symbiotes catch Martin and his family, shielding them from the crash. Just then, Xenophage, thought destroyed by the blast, reassembles, allowing Null to locate the Codex. Through Xenophage, Null sends a signal, and soon, more Xenophages pour in through a portal. They immediately engage all the symbiotes, slaughtering them in a brutal fight. Determined to save Christmas, Eddie jumps on a bike and transforms into Venom's full, fierce form, prepared for the final showdown. This draws all the Xenophages' attention toward Venom, and they immediately go after him. Meanwhile, Dr. Teddy quickly ushers Martin and his family to their van. Finally, Martin's dream of seeing aliens has come true. At the same time, Eddie and Christmas save Rex by cutting off a Xenophage's head. But just as another Xenophage grabs Eddie, about to devour him, Martin fires a rocket and obliterates the creature. But then, another Xenophage catches Christmas's symbiote and devours it. Eddie, now severely injured, sees even more Xenophages arriving. Realizing this might be the end, Eddie and Venom share a final moment. Venom, with a pang of longing, confesses, "Before I die, I wish I could see the Statue of Liberty." They both understand the gravity of the moment and brace themselves for their last stand. In a powerful transformation, Venom assumes his true form, drawing all the Xenophages toward him and herding them toward a tanker of hyperacid. Eddie moves aside and signals to Rex, conveying that he and Venom have chosen to sacrifice themselves to destroy the Matrix. With resolve, Rex activates the acid, but just before it pours, Venom hurls Eddie far away, sacrificing himself to save Eddie. In his final act, Rex pulls a grenade pin, detonating it, and setting off an explosion that unleashes acid rain. To save Christmas from the deadly rain, Dr. Teddy pulls out a tube of symbiote, merging with it as its host, and races to rescue Christmas with lightning speed. As Venom dies, Null goes mad, the Matrix destroyed, leaving him powerless. Meanwhile, Dr. Teddy discovers that the symbiote has healed her once disabled arm. The next morning, Eddie wakes up in a hospital bed, where a senior military officer informs him that all records of Venom have been destroyed to protect the country. He sternly warns Eddie never to speak of any of it before walking away. After being discharged, Eddie remembers his time with Venom, honoring Venom's last wish by visiting the Statue of Liberty. Then, in the mid-credit scene, Null appears, taunting the people of Earth, proclaiming, "Your champion is dead. The god of darkness has awakened, and soon you will witness the destruction of your world." In the post-credit scene, a lone bartender, now the last survivor in Area 51, steps outside and is struck by the sight of utter devastation all around. As he panics and starts running, he passes a broken container with venom extract seeping from it, and in an eerie twist, a cockroach comes into contact with it. And so, the story ends here. I hope you all enjoyed this explanation. To hear more movie breakdowns, please like and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon.